A $1 million primary now takes $30 million to survive. The shift has already pushed corporate spending on House and Senate races past the entire last cycle's record. With months still to go before November, and strategists in both parties say candidates are changing how they vote and speak to avoid being targeted. Who is putting up nine figures to choose nominees before voters ever reach the general election, and what are they buying? The most consequential change is at the primary. A House or Senate primary that cost about $1 million 5 years ago now costs tens of millions if an outside industry decides to engage. That 10 to 30-fold jump makes the primary the cheapest place to install an ally and punish an opponent long before a general election is fought. In 15 months through the first quarter of 2026, companies spent $517 million on House and Senate races. That alone beats the $461 million record for all of 2024. At least $294 million comes from crypto, artificial intelligence, and online betting alone. Overall ad spending is now projected at $11.6 billion, just above the last record of $11.2 billion. The logic behind the money has flipped. Instead of backing one party, donors now fund whichever candidate in either party's primary supports a preferred regulatory outcome on market structure, AI rules, or betting, and pay to defeat whoever threatens it. Nine-figure bets are being placed across 8 battleground states on that basis, with much of the money moving through super PACs and affiliates that report on different schedules. The field operation at the center of the battleground bets focuses on turnout in a non-presidential year, door-knocking, digital ads, and direct mail aimed at lower propensity conservative voters. Initial Senate targets described are Alaska, Iowa, Maine, Michigan, and Ohio, with possible extension to North Carolina, Georgia, and Texas, plus House activity in California, Wisconsin, and Washington. The exact 8-state list varies across accounts and matters because field costs and voter contact pools differ sharply by state. The largest single bet is tied to Elon Musk through America Pac, the same super PAC active in 2024, authorized to spend $100 to $120 million on that Republican Get Out the Vote program. By late July, the PAC had already spent about $52.3 million since January 1, 2025. No direct on-record quote from Musk confirming the exact range has been published. The authorization was reported July 30th by 2 sources briefed on the plans, and the PAC confirmed it expects a major turnout role without confirming the number. The second anchor is Meta Platforms, with $65 million for state races alone, directed to 4 different super PACs backing candidates from both parties where AI, infrastructure, energy, and state AI regulation are at stake. That breaks into roughly $45 million to the American Technology Excellence Project and about $20 million to a California-specific vehicle, with additional portions to affiliates including Forge the Future and Making Our Tomorrow. The company declined to comment, and disclosures appear through IRS forms and California Secretary of State filings with technical delays noted, with spending already underway in places like Texas and Illinois starting in late 2025. 2 networks define why candidates are running scared. The crypto PAC Fairshake entered with about $193 million and still held about $130 million by mid-year, after spending tens of millions. It operates through party-specific affiliates to reward pro-crypto voices and spend in whichever primary will decide the seat. The OpenAI link to Leading the Future raised about $140 million by mid-August, in some tallies overtaking Fairshake for the period, backed by Mark Andreessen, Ben Horowitz, Greg Brockman and his wife Anna, and Joe Lonsdale, running American Mission for Republicans and Think Big for Democrats. OpenAI as a company has at times distanced itself while the personal funding link remains. Both model the 2024 playbook, intervene early in low-turnout primaries where a few million can decide the nominee. For an incumbent or challenger, the math is personal. A House primary once planned around $1 million in local fundraising must now anticipate $10 to $30 million in outside spending if an industry PAC engages. That changes how regulation is talked about, how votes are scheduled, and how amendments are weighed, because the threat is not the loss of future contributions, but a funded opponent in the next primary. With bipartisan money from Meta, and with parallel Democratic and Republican affiliates on both industry networks, there is no partisan shelter. Unlimited super PAC spending after Citizens United supplies the vehicle, new wealth concentration supplies the capital, urgent windows around crypto market structure, AI infrastructure, and betting rules supply the motive, and state legislatures and primaries supply the cheapest return on investment compared with national general elections. What remains unresolved is verification and mapping. Neither the $100 to $120 million figure nor the $65 million figure has been fully substantiated in final filings for the full period. They rest on sourced reporting and partial disclosures. The definitive 8 battlegrounds, the complete roster of primaries now drawing tens of millions, and the full overall total, if the visible sums are only a fraction, will become clearer as third-quarter Federal Election Commission, IRS, and state reports are published. The open question is not whether primary costs have exploded. They have from about $1 million to tens of millions, and record company spending above $500 million already proves it. The question is which seats absorb the next wave, and whether that transactional spending changes votes on regulation before any voter reaches the ballot box. Like and follow for more stories that matter.